5,000. I mean, does tomorrow and Thursday with the likes of CBA and Rio, CSL reporting, I mean, does it have the potential to kick us up and beyond that 5,000 mark?
I think one of the things that fundamental investors have been looking for is for earnings to really support this rally that we've seen up. As Michael mentioned, in the last 12 weeks, 11 of those have been positive. We've seen just 1 week in the last 12 where the stock market has actually lost ground. And today was an exceptional day. We saw the Australian share market hitting 34-month highs. In fact, for the benchmark ASX 200, the highest level that we've seen since the 16th of April 2010, where the market hit 5,002 points. The technical factors certainly in play, and the one that we've been watching is that 50% retracement level from the highest level that the market's ever reached, and that was on the 1st of November 2007 at 6,851 points, and the low during the global financial crisis, which was March 2009 at 3,120 points. And that 50% retracement mark is at 4,986 points. Over the last 5 years, we've tested that mark about 2 times and once again bounced back down off it. So it does remain a key. Overnight, though, we saw a bit of shakiness in the US markets, and that caused investors to run into some of those higher yielding stocks. Stocks like Telstra still have a yield of 6.1%, QBE a yield of 5.2%. If we have a look at CBA, it's got a yield of 5.1%, and we saw some of these high yielders doing well on the market today. On the flip side, though, we did see some losses in the commodity space overnight. So the materials and the energy space were lower, especially gold stocks. Gold was down by 1.1%. Looks like a little bit of profit taking happening due to Chinese New Year. But as you mentioned, James, lots of earnings to come through. Tomorrow we'll see a whole raft of them. No doubt it's going to be a busy one. We're going to hear from Ansell, we'll hear from Boral, Computershare, CSL, Carsales, Oz Minerals, Worley Parsons and Stockland, just to name a few. And to give you an idea of which ones you should be looking out for, well, some of the outperformers over the past year. Carsales has had a fantastic run. Over the last 52 weeks, the stock is up 77%. And of course, CSL is up by a massive 87%. On the downside, though, we've seen Oz Minerals losing about 37% and Worley Parsons down about 11%. So now, no doubt tomorrow is going to be an important and a big one for the market in terms of earnings.
A company that did report today, Jeremy mentioned it before, Bradken. Look, on the headline figure, looking at some consensus, it may actually missed to some degree, but we saw it one of the best performers on market today.
An amazing performance coming through from Bradken today, up by a massive 11%. And as you mentioned, James, really missing the mark in terms of its net profit number. But really what propelled this stock ahead was the guidance. This is a stock that has not given out guidance. We have a look at the area that it's exposed to. It's iron ore, it's coal, it's gold, and it's copper. And we know that especially that iron ore and coal space has been a very difficult one over the last 6 months. So the fact that they've come out to say that they believe that the market has bottomed, that there's seen stabilisation in the order books, in the rail business, that they've seen margins actually increasing. Some of the cost efficiencies have started to kick in, and their group EBITDA has actually gone up by 1.1% to 15.5%, is a huge positive. It's a market that wasn't expecting too much. It's a market that's discounted and sold down some of these mining services companies extremely heavily, and also gotten used to a lot of profit downgrades coming out over the last 6 months. So the fact we've heard such positive commentary coming through from Bradken is the reason why we've seen the stock rally so hard. So it's not so much the results that were offered today, because I think they did miss the mark, but more the commentary and the outlook, and the market was very happy with that, up by 11% the stock today.